Hey, what's up guys, MGH here and welcome to episode 9 of my Arsenal career mode. Today we are squeezing in 4 matches because, well, the January transfer window is just around the corner and we have 4 games that I don't want to say don't mean anything to me, but all of these clubs aren't even in the top 5. So I wanted to kind of do a post commentary like I'm talking over the gameplay instead of playing it and talking, and discuss some things that I want to do before the transfer window opens. So first of all, guys, we are going to go ahead and scout every single player in my list because I'll get a value, a rough value, like a base value. So it won't be the exact amount that I'm going to have to pay, but it'll give me a rough estimation of how much I'm looking at paying for these players. And also it reminds me on, how good their certain stats are, what their overall is. You'll see there that Sami Khedira is already fully scouted, so I know he's an 84. I know that he's got certain stats, but players like Rabiot, who I'm seriously looking at, I obviously can't see their stats because I need to scout them again for the January transfer window. So that's what we're going to do. One thing I forgot to mention in the last episode is Koscielny did get injured. He is out for 3 weeks, so it's not too good. Actually, I may have mentioned it. Now that I've said that, I'm not 100% sure, but either way, he is injured. So we're having to play Mertesacker as the kind of left centre-back, and Chambers comes in as the right centre-back, and Debuchy is on the right. I mean, how the hell is Arsene Wenger going to do anything in real life if, Debuchy's obviously out? What happens if Koscielny does get injured? We're going to use Monreal at left centre-back. I mean, it's just... Anyway, that's not the topic of conversation. We've got a game against Southampton here, who in real life look even stronger than last year. What is it? Their signings have been incredible, but there's one player that really caught my eye in this match, and it's the goal scorer there, Wanyama. Now, this is someone who was linked with Arsenal a couple of years back, I believe, when he moved from Celtic. And in FIFA, he's one of those players that's just good at everything, but he's a bit of a monster. And by the way, I get back into this game super quick with Welbeck. Really lovely goal there. Confused the defender with the fake shot turn and just lifts it into the roof of the net. But I was watching Wanyama this whole game thinking, is this someone who I could bring in as a temporary, CDM until next year? Because obviously I want to sign Khedira, but he's not available till next year if I sign him on a pre-contract, which is exactly what I want to do. So it might be, guys, that I need to just buy a cheap-ish CDM, and I think Wanyama would be actually a quite reasonable price. So we'll look into him after the game. We'll go ahead and scout him as well. But at this point, I was just trying to get myself that second goal. Cazorla with a lovely shot there, which I don't think was actually going in, but Alexis makes sure we do get the ball in the net. What a beautiful acrobatic goal this is. This is what Sanchez provides. He is a great finisher. He really is. And I don't know what Target was doing, the left back for Southampton, but yeah, you've got to be dealing with that better than you did. But either way, that did mean it was 2-1, and that is his 3rd goal in the Premier League for Sanchez. Can he get another goal? This is classic Arsenal counter-attacking football. Chamberlain cuts it in here to Alexis Sanchez once again, and he's just going to keep running and just very lightly pass it into the goal. One of my favourite finishes to do in this year's game. It's just so much fun. Got away with a little bit of a shitty defensive error there, but it did finish, and we won the game. So we're still top of the league at this point, guys. But we've got some bad news, and that is because we're coming to the January transfer window, I've got 6 players who are all 23 or more and have 6 months remaining on their contract. So I have there's a risk of other teams signing them on pre-contract. So they were Arteta, Diaby, and Coquelin, I think it was. So Diaby, obviously I want to keep hold of him for as long as I can. He is a good midfielder that I can bring on. I signed him up for 2 years, actually, even though probably 1 would have been alright. But either way, Coquelin, I was thinking at this point, do I really need to keep him? And I think pretty much, guys, I decided not to. I think I'm not going to be using him much. I will be bringing in players. There was no need for me to keep him. But with Arteta, we obviously submitted an offer as well, so we'll see how those go down. But there's Wanyama. We did send my scout out to have a look at him. And here we get a email back from Arteta saying that he's refusing to negotiate. Like, why? You're playing so well at the moment. You're getting first team football pretty much every game. But maybe, just maybe, it is time, guys, in January to bring in someone to replace Arteta. Maybe that will be Rabiot. I don't know. But either way, I'd rather not sell him. So you'll see as the next, kind of few days in game progress on those contract talks, and whether he'll stay or not, because he is homesick at the moment. But moving on into a pretty big game, this is against Liverpool, who I mentioned obviously are not doing so well in my career mode right now. We do get Welbeck on the run, and once he's off, that is it. I forgot to mention, by the way, this is on World Class. The game against Southampton was on Legendary. I'm just trying it out. I really want to find the right level for me, and I am finding that Legendary can be a little bit frustrating. So on this match, I decided to go World Class, and there is a difference. There is, but don't forget, it's not just about the difficulty for me. It's about how much fun I'm having. If I'm not having fun, I won't enjoy playing it. So I'm trying to find that balance. So bear with me, guys. It took me a while in FIFA 14 as well to realise that World Class was pretty much perfect for me. But this year, World Class seems a little bit easier. I don't know if it's just me. So I wish there was just an in-between between, you know, World Class and Legendary, because that would be perfect this year for me. But I'll chop it and change it around. And wow. Now this, you're going to think, what the fuck? How the hell did that go in? You're going to see in the replay here. This is a prime example of how good the goalkeepers are in this game. This is next generation goalkeeping. Watch this. What the fuck is that? Look. Look where he's put his hands to save that. I mean, that is just atrocious. So, really shouldn't be a goal. But either way, Wilshere does get his goal. Who's been playing really well recently, by the way. But Diaby loses the ball here in a very stupid position. And of course, Sturridge is going to finish that. It's such an easy chance for him. Even on his weak foot, he's going to score that. Nice little celebration there between the Liverpool teammates. Thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, very easy finish. An assist by, I think it's Lallana as well, who scored a great goal, by the way, against, was it West Brom? Absolutely fantastic finish, by the way. But either way, we got to the last few minutes of the game here, and we did eventually hold on and win 2-1. Now we're going straight into the QPR game, where I was playing my reserve team. My first team were absolutely exhausted after the Liverpool game. My second team, you know, a lot of the players, I guess, just didn't fancy using. I really wanted to try out my reserve team, who have some great players, by the way. They have Gnabry, we've got Zalalim. I was going to say Sonogo, but I don't think he's that great. But obviously Campbell. Now, Campbell could get into the first team of quite a lot of teams, I reckon. But for some reason, I just don't seem to fit him into my system very well. It could mean he's going to get frustrated in real life, because well, I kind of play Arsenal as Wenger uses them in real life. I kind of rotate the squad in a similar way, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with Joel Campbell, but some poor defensive work there allows Fur to go in and score a header. So at this point the reserves were 1-1 with QPR, which isn't too bad. We had Olsen on in the second half, the young Swedish lad, who seemed pretty decent, nothing too incredible. But I was happy actually at how good the reserves were. Drawing 1-1 with the Premier League side is not too bad at all. The referee does blow the whistle soon. There we go. And that ends the game. So unfortunately we did drop 2 points, but it meant in the next game I had a fully strength squad. I mean, look at that. Everyone is fully fit and we're ready to go. Just waiting for Koscielny to come back. But this is the last game before the January transfer window. So I was making sure what I needed, and it's exactly as I've been saying before, guys. I need a powerful CDM. I'm not talking about a small guy like Arteta. I need a powerful one. So I think, good save, Chesney. I think really that rules out kind of like an Arteta style player like Schneiderlin. You know, I think he's a bit too short. I'm looking for maybe 6'1" plus. What a ball by Ozil, by the way. I had to put that in. It was actually offside, but the pass was just incredible. On into the second half, by the way, this game, there was just nothing going on. It was such a slow match. 0-0 all the way to the 80th minute, but we do actually get an attack finally here. But obviously that narrows down my shortlist, guys. I'm looking at, you know, Carvalho, Khedira, Wanyama. There's some other players I might look at as well in the next episode, so we'll wait till we get there. But either way, we finally get that breakthrough with just 4 minutes remaining, and it's Alexis once again. He is on fire at the moment, really playing well, bagging loads of goals on that right side. And obviously normally I've got Welbeck up front with Ozil and Sanchez either side, but sometimes I'm playing him in the middle and it is working absolutely brilliantly. We get very close though to dropping more points, but luckily enough there, Wilshere with the rubbish clearance is let off by the referee, who blows the whistle. So really great run of form there, guys, meaning we are still doing very well. And as we go into the January transfer window, we've got some good results behind us. So first of all, guys, we get an offer straight away from Barcelona for Mikel Arteta. Clearly looking to replace Xavi, but wouldn't you go with someone younger? I don't know. I decided to stall here and see what he has said about his homesickness and stuff. You'll see here, he's happy to stay. So basically, guys, all of that homesickness, all of the contract negotiations, he's decided that he's happy to stay. He's 32 though, so I don't have too much longer with him. But we're going to go ahead and remove that transfer offer from Barcelona because, well, I'm not going to sell him if I don't have to. But now we've got a scout report. Got some great players coming through. Here we've got another one, Bradley Raglan. He looks pretty damn good. Campbell, not quite good enough. Same with Minola. I didn't see that name properly. Widowson, not too sure about him either. We've got Ryan Gray, another 6'2" beast of a player. Don't know how he's going to, grow. But this Bradley Raglan looked very good indeed. So we're going to go ahead and sign him up. And we'll leave Gray to be scouted further. And now we'll look at the players I've already signed up. So there's Raglan, looks pretty damn good. East looks like an absolute boss. So does Talbot and Wheel. To be honest, they all look very good. So I will be doing enough seasons, hopefully, to get them into the game. But that's going to wrap up the episode, guys. There's the league table. We're 1 point on top there. And I'm really enjoying it. So hopefully you're excited for the January transfer window. We're finally going to sign some players. If you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like rating. Make sure you subscribe if you're enjoying the videos, and I will see you in the next episode very soon.